Hi, I'm Susan Smereka and welcome to my BCA studio tour. And welcome to my studio, which is here at 4 Howard Street in Burlington, Vermont. This building has a long history dating back to the early 1900s when it was a brush factory. And now today I share this space with my partner Kevin Donegan, who's a sculptor, and Corinne Yance, who's a painter. And we all moved in this year on July 1st, and we're just about settled in at this point. And so it feels good to be here. And so most of my work involves repurposed or recycled materials. Most of it's my own. I like paper and objects that carry a history and a story and a weariness. And that's something I like to rub up against to either feed or transform my own thoughts and feelings. I have set up my studio for the different things that I do. The majority of the space is for my new etching press, which I'm very excited about. In this footage, there is a work in progress on the wall and some of my monotypes, both of which I will explain in a minute. I have 2 large work tables which are especially helpful when printing, but they also provide storage for materials and finished works. This is the area where I make journals from old books. It's a process that ultimately generates a lot of paper for me to recycle into artwork. I am drawn to the color, texture, and staining of these old books, especially the parts that have no text. I like to have a project that I can work on when I come into the studio. Usually sewing is a big part of that process, where I recycle the book parts, old prints, and random scraps. But due to a recent sewing malfunction, I've had to resort to other mediums as a way to warm up in the studio. Lately, that has been drawing and reprinting on these old prints. As a way of getting to know my new press, I experimented. I had a curiosity about how ink responds differently to paper and fabric. So I sewed scraps of fabric onto topographical maps of Vermont, then printed on them. I enjoyed the process of using color and becoming aware of the intimate names that our predecessors bestowed upon the landscapes. Names like Lazy Lady, Cozy Corner, Grandpa Knob, Loveland Hill, and I used many of these names to title the work. Also, with sewing, the back sides are often interesting, and the yellow piece on the right is one example which was used in the printing process. You can see more of these works on my website. My main focus right now is a book project, which you can see here. I have been working on this book for about 4 years, and there's been a lot of time either spent writing or creating images. In this current draft, I have been able to bring text and image together. I discovered that the best way for me to edit my text is with scissors and glue. Right now, I'm dividing the dialogue into the 4 voices, one of which is my deceased older brother, who was an applied mathematician. I have used a lot of imagery from his papers, and a lot of text was generated from his talks. Having the wall space is helpful for visualizing and developing the sequence of the story. Thank you for joining me today. If you want to see more, you can visit my website, and most of all, thank you to BCA for providing this opportunity for us to connect.